It's November here on our California homestead, and while everyone across the country is welcoming the cold, our first frost has yet to come. Homesteading has a way of making you always think of the next thing ahead. And while there's wisdom in that, November has taught me to stop and enjoy all the things I never saw it offer before. I just finished harvesting our green olives. This is going to be the first harvest of the year for olives. I plan to make some green table olives, and then on our second tree, when maybe closer to December, when the olives turn more black, I'm going to make another round of black table olives. Traditionally, the olive trees that we bought are for making olive oil, but you need so many gallons of olives just to make a little bit of olive oil, and we are not close to that at all. So I'm gonna try my hand at making some table olives. So I'm gonna go inside and get ready to process these beauties. Harvesting these olives came at just the perfect time. Our homeschool co-op was on fall break, which means I actually had the time to sit on my back porch and prepare these olives for preservation. It's a tedious but relaxing job, poking holes in each one to assure their tannins are released over the next 14 days so they can be canned up. The homestead is beautiful this time of year. The changing of seasons usually reminds me just how much we didn't get done during the year. But this November was different. Hey you guys, it's a beautiful November day. It has to be something like 75 degrees. And I have been waiting to harvest our pomegranates for the first freeze, but it's just been so lovely out that they're starting to split. So I'm gonna actually harvest them all today because I don't think they're gonna make it to Thanksgiving. Okay, I ended up with a basket full of beautiful pomegranates. This is like 3 or 4 fold what I got last year, which is amazing, and I still have pomegranates on the tree. The ones that weren't splitting or just weren't quite as red, I left on because I think maybe by Thanksgiving they'll be perfect, and that way I can kind of spread out our harvest throughout November.
Alright, today we're building the shed. We've got this sweet little nook in the corner of our yard that sits between the property line and our chicken coop, and it's going to be a perfect spot for a shed because we already have one wall of the chicken coop, and I'm putting in the second wall today, which is a fence. The fence is ultimately going to extend for about 200 feet, but our first 10-foot section is going to be the wall of our shed. Ultimately, we're gonna finish the shed off with 2 really sweet barn doors that we're gonna use the old material from the barn that we took down and really give it a rustic look. right, well that wraps it up. We got really three of the 4 walls done. So next step is going to be framing out the front and then putting on a roof, and we'll have a shed.
It's early Friday morning and my neighbor generously offered for me to go pick some persimmons from her tree. So I have my basket here and I am gonna go harvest some persimmons from her tree. This will be my final preservation of fruit for a little while. It's mid-November now and it started to rain and get colder. I am so desperately going to miss this season, but I know that for any harvest to come in spring, the cold and rain is necessary. But I'll preserve as much of this time as I can. I just got back from harvesting from my neighbor's persimmon tree, and this is the haul that I got. I am so thankful and so blessed to have neighbors who let me harvest from their trees. It's so generous, and I'm really excited to dry these and have snacks for the kids. I have a memory of going to my aunt's house with my young kiddos, and they would just gorge on her dried persimmons from her backyard tree. Now, here I am a handful of years later getting to dry persimmons for them myself from my neighbor's tree because my backyard tree is too young. This November is different. We didn't get as much accomplished as I hoped for, but we dreamed about this lifestyle in our homestead for so many years, and I think it's about time to stop wishing away the journey. Wishing that our trees were bigger, wishing that we had more infrastructure, wishing that we had more time to work and make progress on the homestead. Because one day, Lord willing, I will look back at our homestead on one of my normal walks, and it will be fully completed. Everything we wished for done, all the potential realized, and the dreaming will be over. And while there's a satisfaction in that, I actually think I'm really gonna miss the dreaming. So I've decided that it's truly time to start fully embracing our journey.